Shalom. I'm going to go over some current events. Let's check them out. Oops. That's for later. Oh, come on. Alright. And this is an article from RT. Mexico may halt fight against drugs on U.S. border. Former Foreign Affairs Secretary. And this guy right here, his last name is Castañeda. Let me find out his friend. I think his name is Ernesto or some shit. No, there's his name. Jorge. This guy, Jorge Castañeda, is a former Secretary of Defense former Foreign Affairs Secretary for Mexico. And the reason I'm bringing this out is because of the deteriorating relations that the United States has with its allies, which are becoming former allies. Now I'm gonna get this scripture in Revelation 18 and 16. Then the 10 horns that you saw and the beast will hate the harlot. They will leave her desolate and naked. They will eat her flesh and consume her with fire. And those words, desolate and naked, they're pretty bad. Desolate means uninhabited, and naked is pretty much in shame. And the 10 horns is explained over here in Revelation 16 and 12. The 10 horns that you saw represent 10 kings who have not yet been crowned. And that is like presidents and governors, Senate, pretty much the old Roman, what the fuck's it called? Republic. Yes, that's what I meant to say. So let me get that again. Revelation 17 and 12. Then the 10 horns that you saw represent 10 kings who have not yet been crowned. That yet been crowned means that they have the power of a king, but they're not, like those things that I mentioned before, governors and presidents and all that shit. What was I? They will receive royal authority along with the beast for 1 hour. For an hour is a short time, and the beast is, well, the whole image of the beast is the Rothschilds and the old Roman Catholic Church. Pretty much America's way of living. So going back to this article, Donald Trump has been given royal authority along with the beast for an hour because his term is 4 years. If he does 2, I mean, I don't want to be here that long. I'm waiting for Yahushua to come back, but if he does 2 terms, that's a short hour in the Most High's eyes. So this guy Donald Trump has that. He's been given that authority by the elite or the Edomites in charge right now. Alright, let's see. Going on to this article, let's see. Mexico may halt fight against drugs on U.S. border. Former Foreign Affairs Secretary Jorge Castañeda. Pretty much this guy, he's saying all kinds of things that make sense. Like, if Donald Trump wants to build a wall and have us pay for it, well, one, we ain't gonna pay for that. Two, we're gonna allow the borders to be open. So it's gonna be your problem. Okay, and this wall is an act of war. Because if they're gonna build it, the United States is gonna build it and charge Mexico to compensate for the effort, for the work done, unsolicited work. By the way, it's like putting a sanction on them, and that the tax and how they're gonna tax every citizen in the United States. So on all the goods they receive from Mexico, it's really not a good thing for the United States to make Mexico upset. Plus, they have this NAFTA agreement. I'll pull it out right now. North American Free Trade Agreement. And it's on the screen so you can read it as I talk. I'm going to read a little bit, just the definition. The North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, is an agreement among the United States, Canada, and Mexico designed to remove tariff barriers between the three countries. Tariff is like a tax. So basically, the NAFTA is pretty much over with because that wall is going to be built. I mean, they're not actually taxing anything that comes back. It's gonna be whatever the people buy. So going down, they're not gonna buy going to Mexico. They're gonna sell from Mexico to the United States because the United States doesn't make anything. It outsources. So Mexico provides all kinds of goods that will have a certain amount of tax imposed on them, and that's how the wall's gonna get paid for. So Donald Trump is using bioassociation. I should have looked that up, but I didn't. It just popped into my head. He's trying to distract you by the idea is to impose a tax on the citizens of the United States by an idea that has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it doesn't mention anything about the United States citizens getting taxed. So Donald Trump says that I'm gonna build this wall, you're gonna pay for it. But what he really means is, I'm gonna build this wall and I'm gonna put a sanction on you or a tariff, make you pay. It sounds like they're gonna make Mexico pay a tax or make them pay, but what's really gonna happen is the citizen of ancient Rome is gonna pay. It reminds me of a scripture. Give Caesar's what's Caesar's. I don't have that ready, but I was just gonna talk about this. So, and the tariff is a federal tax on imports or exports. So that's going away. As soon as this wall comes up, and because that's how Edomites are. Man, let me get that definition of what I'm trying to say. But they're passing the buck, is what these guys are doing. Buck passing. The shifting, it's a noun, it's an informal word. The shifting of responsibility or blame to another. These motherfuckers are passing the buck. Now let me try to explain how they're buck passing. Israeli president, this is from The Hill. I mean, you can see that on the screen. This was printed on January 31st, 2017. Israeli president apologizes to Mexico over Netanyahu border wall tweet. So now this fucking, he's an Edom. Look at that stupid son of a gun. He's an Edomite. And look at that Star of Moloch back there. Um, he's one of those hired people that Revelation 17 and 12 talk about. He has royal authority along with the beast, because the whole beast and the Rothschilds go hand in hand. The image of Caesar Borgia, the ideologies of Hellenizing our people has been going on since Rome, and it's just another way for them to. And our people are dumb too, man. They're fucking stupid. Keep them busy. So this guy, let's see what he says right here. All right, Israeli, and the word Israeli means citizen of the state of Israel, because they're not Israelite. President Ruben Rivlin apologized to Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto Tuesday after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu tweeted his apparent support for a wall on the Mexico-United States border. President Trump is right. He's being quoted right here. I built a wall along Israeli southern border. It stopped all illegal immigration except the immigration of these people. Because all you got to do is look up the Balfour Declaration. And all this happened in 1919. Moving along. It stopped all illegal immigration. Great success, great idea. And that's called passing the buck. So this guy, he's been given royal authority too. And he's basically passing the buck on to this guy. Now back over here, let's get a quote from Mr. former Secretary of Affairs in Mexico. Alright. And this is where bioassociation comes in. Because U.S. President Donald Trump's efforts to humiliate, so he's trying to humiliate Mexico by saying we're going to build a wall and you're going to pay for it. Now the bioassociation comes in because that's the first idea that is not being applied to what's really happening. So the second idea is taxing the United States citizen. And this is how it's going to happen. U.S. President Donald Trump's efforts to humiliate Mexico could result in the country withdrawing its cooperation in combating the flow of drugs into the U.S., Mexico's former Secretary of Foreign Affairs has warned. That's a dangerous situation that is occurring right now. And this is what's going to happen. Let's see. I'm going to go into Ezekiel. Where is it? Ezekiel 16. Let me get back on here. Alright. Where was I? Alright. So now, Jorge Castañeda is implying, well, he's going to do it. He's going to stop, because right now it's a joint thing between the U.S. and Mexico to uphold the border, right? Right. This is Ezekiel 16 and 37. I will now gather together all your lovers whom you tried to please, whether you love them or love them not. I will gather them against you from all sides and expose you naked for them to see. Alright. So the Lord's going to gather all of your allies, whether you like them or not. This is talking to, this is for you, Rothschilds. So-called elite. America as a society, and in general, all you Edomites, the head honchos, as you would say. And the Lord's going to gather them against you from all sides. So they're going to come from all sides. Like right now, Mexico is on the southern border of the United States. Also, just to mention a Filipino former ally, Rodrigo Duterte, he's putting the kibosh on those relations. So that's from another side. That's from the Pacific side. And the thing about the Philippines is they're aligning with China, or Russia, I mean. And Mexico's aligning with China. So what's this Donald Trump, and he's going to get it started. And then the sooner the better, because we can get the hell up out of here and be either delivered or face judgment, whatever it is. Ezekiel 16:38. I will inflict on you the sentence of adulteresses and murderesses. I will wreak fury and jealousy upon you. Because what do you do with the adulterer? You fucking kill him. And you don't, thou shalt not kill. So a murderesses, you gotta kill them too. I will wreak fury and jealousy upon you. And the fury's coming in the form of this guy's breaking the NAFTA agreement. I will hand you over to them to tear down your platform and demolish your dais. They shall strip you of your garments and take away your splendid ornaments, leaving you stark naked. Man, tear down your platform. A platform is basically like the PlayStation 3 platform and the PlayStation 4 platform. Different ways of conducting a system. Alright. They shall lead an assembly against you to stone you and hack you with their swords. They shall burn your apartments with fire. Well, fire is coming in the form of ICBMs, and inflict punishments on you while many women look. Thus I will put an end to your harlotry. And harlotry is just a deceitful way, like I'm showing you right now, that Donald Trump is doing. He's breaking that NAFTA agreement by imposing a tax on whatever the Mexico sells, and the payer, and who's going to pay that tax is the product receiver, whoever's buying those cheaper products that are being influxed through Mexico's southern border. The consumer's going to end up paying for that shit. I mean, not the people buying it. They're going to they're going to pass the buck, okay? They shall burn your apartments with fire and inflict punishment on you while many women look on. Thus I will put an end to your harlotry, and you shall never again give payment. Man. Give payment. So this funny business is going to end pretty soon. Alright, reading on. Castañeda's comments were made while discussing the deteriorating relationship between the two countries, primarily due to Trump's efforts to force Mexico to pay for his border wall project and his promise to deport many Mexicans living in the U.S. illegally. Where is that? I'm going to look for the part where he says... Well, that's pretty much all I had. Shalom.